be a bit windy today, but we're still going, just me and Matt. So that's I'd say it's a north-east easterly. And that's a constant breeze. Hopefully it drops as the tide drops. Let's go. Force 3?
Yeah, it's just a 3, yeah. Probably 6 to 7.
Yeah, I can't even say gusting because it's just one massive gust.
I don't think there's any gust. Just constant 6.
Yeah.
Is it right though?
Just waiting, yeah, it's not bad. Just waiting for the waves to come over the front, and we haven't even left the harbour yet. Just because of the wind, that's all it is. I mean, the waves are almost pathetic height.
Alright, JP, 22 metres. It's probably going to be slack, but try and go north, I think. Should be good.
Oh. Straight over the camera.
Dopey.
Welcome back to another dive. I'm JP Falaise and this is Little Russel Guernsey Shipwrecks. I think some of us might be able to guess what this is. So a few weeks back we seen a anchor which is probably only about 100 yards to the right hand side. Is this a matching anchor? Possibly. Was it from the same boat? Did they have two anchors out and lose the cable on both of them? We'll never know. Anyway, let's have a look at this in a bit more detail. It's absolutely solid. There's no way I'm going to move this. This is rusted in. It's been here a long time. What happens with this stuff is the rust binds together all the rocks and stones and sand. I'm going to try and waft some of the water over the sand to get rid of it, so we can see if we can find the shank. Even figure out if this is an anchor. but I'm 99% sure it is. That's weird. It's an ormer shell. Oh, but I couldn't do that again. Landed perfectly. Not quite sure how an ormer shell is right out here in 20 plus meters of water. They don't live this deep. Could have been someone shocking them and chucking the shells over the side, or might have just been carried here in the tide. So if you're digging something out in the sand, you don't actually use your hands and dig your fingers into the sand. You use the density of the water to help you. So if you've got big shovel hands like me, you just waft the water over the sand and it basically sends it away. The issue I've got is there's not enough tide to carry away the silt. I'm weighing up my options now as I'm looking at it, thinking, yeah, there's no way I'm going to move all this sand off its anchor. There's just far too much, and the stones are all binded together. And this is all this bit here is sort of dead Maerl. When it dies, it loses that purple colour. Just carry on wafting. I just want to make sure I can find the top of the anchor where it goes onto.
That's an anchor.
I'm sure I've found the shaft of it now. It's just down here, sort of heading due west to my left. You can see here, very slowly clearing, but not enough. If I was going to come down and do this properly, I'd have to make sure there was a bit more tide. Just not too much tide. It keeps pulling me off the location. Cool. Look at these. Look at these round holes everywhere. I don't know what they like, razor clam holes or some sort of clams anyway. Just to the right of my glove. Right, I found the metal anyway. So it is an anchor and it's going off to the left, like I thought. Anyway, I'm not going to move any more sand because, yeah, I've exposed a little bit of their burrows here. Yeah, you can see the anchor. That's actually the direction it's going in. So, I'm going to leave the rest and I'm going to carry on. I don't want to cause any more damage to their burrows. Seen loads of these clams. I'm not quite sure what they are. Not sure. They're big though. Very big. Even doing a Google search I can't even figure out what they are. I know it's a bivalve anyway, so we'll put it back. Hopefully it'll bury itself before starfish gets it. So you've probably noticed it's a bit of a desert out here, so I'm not sure we're going to get many scallops. But anyway, the first thing I see on the horizon I'm going to swim for. Is it still called a horizon? I suppose, on the edge of my vision. Oh, there's another different one here. This one's banded. That's a completely different type, that one. Let's turn the lights on so we can get a better look. Is that Venus clam? If you know what it is, leave a comment. I'm sure Smash Fishing will know what it is. Hopefully you can leave a comment. We finally found our second one. But I think it's too small. Yeah, it's too small. Well, maybe not. I'll put it in the bag. If it's too small, we'll chuck it back when I go back to the surface. Aha, we've made it to the end of the desert. I can tell you what that is straight away. That telltale sign of a D. D-shaped. That's a parlour pot, crab pot. Definitely lost. Completely caked in sea life. Check if there's anything in it. No, look. Nah, nothing in there. That's a shame. Right, onto this huge chunk of concrete. Don't ask me how much it weighs, but don't know. 10 ton, 15 ton. It's basically ballast. To the right here, this is basically our old wastewater pipe. Goes off further east. Just look at this. I'll come down near the seabed so you can just see how piled up it is. This has got to be maybe 5-6 foot raised up, and behind the sand is level again. Pipe's almost completely covered, and every 10 meters maybe is one of these heavy concrete cubes which is holding it down. And just here you can see the scour as the tide comes around the corner. Or past it, what it does is it speeds the water current up and actually moves the sand out of the way. Let's come down and have a look. These things can be quite interesting, these things. Home to fish and sea fans, and a completely covered crab pot. I don't think I've ever seen one that deep. I don't think I'm pulling that out. Let's just check how deep the other side is. Have a good look around. There's another crab pot. Must have probably been in the same truce. A truce is just a big line of crab pots. Look inside here. It's got its own ecosystem. It's pretty cool. Ooh, I can see something I haven't seen before. This is a new one for the channel. I'll just get myself ready to film it. Oh, we've actually got two here. So, try and get a bit closer. That one, and that one, and that one. Sea cucumbers. These are crevice sea cucumbers, and you can get two different colours. And we have both colours here. The white one, and well, we got two white ones, and the darker brown one. They are always commonly found together, to be honest. These are the first ones I've actually filmed though. This is an artificial reef in a way. Look at the life that's on here. There's all sorts of stuff stuck to this. Grown on it over the years. Not quite sure when this pipe was put in. Maybe late 1950s, I think. Or somewhere around there. Let's have a look what else. Notice on the different elevations are different. So the bit that's in the tide for half the time is got less life on than these sheltered sides. Don't know if that's just a coincidence or what is that. Not sure what that thing is. It's like a clear, gluey, it's like a jelly thing with white stuff inside. But it's probably eggs from something. But I'm not an expert. Pretty cool. Just this little tiny crevice. It's overhangs and stuff. You could spend hours trying to identify all the life that's on this thing. There's some fans. A load of different sea squirts of different sorts. Anemones. There's also coralline algae as well everywhere. You could be there hours trying to identify them all. There's even sea squirts growing on the seaweed there. You see the little white bits on the ends? That's a type of sea squirt. Well, we really got to get our act together and get some more scallops here. So, I can't help myself. I want to swim to the next one now and see if that's got a load of sea life on as well. Pull myself into the tide. Oh, cool. Loads of little fries. See, this is what the Maerl beds are like. They got loads of little areas for these tiny fries to grow. It's like a nursery. I haven't got a clue what type of fish they are. Far too small. Plus, you got to remember, I'm underwater here with no glasses on. I'm surprised I could actually see them. Here we go. Ah, some more scallops. Look at this one. Is it big enough? Not sure. Yep, it's big enough. Flipped into the bag. Take that one with us. Look at the shells, the old dead shells, and also the ramp up onto it. So I'm sure this one isn't used anymore. I'm sure this is just an old one, and it's just been left, obviously. Far too expensive to retrieve this thing back out the sea. Look at this, how the sand's built up behind it, because it's given it a bit of an eddy. No way, this one's got a massive flange on it where the pipes have been joined together. Look at the size of this. All this kelp, it's right on the limit of where it could grow for depth wise. Very little sun will get down to this depth, so quite surprised that at 20 metres these are actually got a bit of kelp on. And this is a telltale sign that people have been losing their pots on this, been snagging up on it. Is that a live scallop? No, I don't think it is. Some more clams though, look at these. They're absolutely chunkers. Not sure if you can eat them or not. Anyway, there's not enough to take. That one's definitely dead. Loads more sea squirts around this. So, I can't really be bothered to swim all the way over to the next one. Look at the seaweed growing on top of it. It's a different type of seaweed, that. 110 bar. But because I'm going to do the whole dive on this one tank, I'm just going to carry on. You can just see it wafting in the tide there. Look, the tide's just starting to make a bit stronger now. You can see it. Is this another heavy sinker? No, this isn't. This is a another big flange again. And there's a big spider crab trying to climb up it. And also the dreaded spiny starfish. You must love it around here. The amount of clams it can eat. Which side do I swim? This side or this side? Bear in mind I've got a rope that's going onto the surface with two buffs on. I don't want to get tangled in this rope, so I decide to take the left hand route. Oh, okay. I quickly noticed that it didn't really matter because the buff isn't actually going to the surface. It's just here. So fishermen sometimes think that their pots get stolen. And they always say, oh, I think someone's been lifting my pots and have stolen my pots. No, this is what happens to it. If you don't pull them often and you don't clean the ropes, the weed takes over. Really ain't doing very well on the scallop front. Ooh, we found something else. Let's go and check this out. Really haven't got a clue what this is. Could be something off a fishing boat, could be some sort of construction material. Don't know, but it's acting as an artificial reef at the moment. I better not fill my bag too much. 85 bar. I've been down 25 minutes 50 seconds. That is not good. That is not good at all. Oh well, we'll carry on. We might get to the end of this desert and hit a reef or hit a decent scallop bed, but I'm unsure we will now. Now I know we've gone north of that pipe. This is uncharted territory for me. Just starting to weigh up my options now. Do I go up or do I have a little look around here? Bit of a desert. I'm not sure I'm going to see anything. I might just go up.
So there's JP just on his safety stop now, so he's at 3 meters, and oh, the viz looks good. Yeah, really nice. Beautiful. That's good, isn't it?
Summer's day now. Heading with the wind. Matt's going to go a bit further south because where I was the desert. Well, we kind of knew that anyway, but if you don't go down and look at these places, you'll never know. Just going to go down here, the shallower. Say shallower, still like 25. Zoom in. Yeah, we're all good. Go to stern. So VTS has been radioed. Just to let them know we got a diver down. We got a Herm boat coming back with 12, they know as well. As you can see, the area we're in, almost in the pier head mouth, so you can't really see much because the sun's in the way, but one there and one there. So now it's a matter of just waiting right next to Matt. Flags up, unfortunately, because the boat is coming from this direction, all you see is that. But because we've radioed, they know we're here and they're going to keep an eye out for us. Let's motor her around. Let's keep her trotting into the swell, if you can call that swell. Matt's starting to head north now, even though we're driving, he's heading north. That's the use of the white one. The white one shows the direction they're heading in, so there is a reason for it. And now I'm just going to trot into the tide here, or trot into the wind. So it's in gear, on tick over, and I'll happily bounce around here, sharp end into the waves. I can't go too far away because the boat's going to be coming down this way and Matt's here. So, half an hour. Let's wait for Matt and see what he comes up with. He's gone down on towards the stern. This is the ammo wreck, so he's at the stern of the ammo wreck. Hope he has a nice dive. That wind's dropping with the tide as well, lovely. So there's the Herm boat, I can just see it now. Another quick thing to bear in mind with a safety, especially when you've got a diver in. If you're a Herm boat and you're heading from Herm back to Guernsey, at this time of the day, you're going from an easterly direction to a westerly direction. So we are actually in the line of the sun, as you can see. Sun's behind us. If you're heading this direction, we could be in his blind spot as well. So we could be in the sun and he would never see us. Just another thing to note on safety. Like I say, I'm no sea expert. I've done enough courses and stuff to be safe enough and know what I'm talking about. You always got to treat everyone else as if they sort of don't know what they're doing, but you know, a commercial boat coming from there definitely knows what he's doing. He's probably done the journey hundreds of times. It's probably his 8th journey today, maybe 9th journey today. But it's another thing to bear in mind. I think I know where Matt's heading. I think he's going to head to the stern of the ammo wreck. I mean, the chances of him finding it, the shipwreck lays that way, so he's obviously looking at the stern arm. He might hit it, he might not, albeit it's a big old shipwreck really. Sometimes you just don't find stuff like that. You could swim straight past it, 10 metres to the right or 10 metres to the left, and actually miss it. But fair play, he's actually heading towards it. He's doing a good job. The length of his rope as well that comes off his reel, he could actually be another 15-20 metres in that direction. So he might actually be on it. He might be. Here's the Herm boat coming back here, let you just see it. It's their big catamaran. So let's pick them up. I have to put the camera down now. This is the critical part. Good dive.
Oh, it's amazing. Honestly, that is one of the best dives I've done on the ammo wreck. Row ramp to ammo wreck, scalloping down the side. It was unbelievable, honestly. Brilliant.
You want to watch that? Check out Matt's video.
Oh.
That's us done now, radioed in, and we're going to head back into the harbour now. As soon as the scallops are out the bag, Matt, the bird's here. That's Jeff's bird. How many did you get? Oh, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. I think you done better than me. I get Matt to sort mine. I should have done that, but I didn't want to leave the wheelhouse. If I'm down on the deck there and the trident boat comes and does hit us, so I've left them. So Matt's just going to sort them out now quick and then chuck them over the bow or over the stern or over the side or wherever he's chucking them back in the sea. Oh, there's another one. We've got 2 birds. You don't watch them, they nod their head like that to say they want something to eat. See? Nodding their head, basically saying throw us something. Brainy birds them, herring gulls. I tell you what, these birds are fed so well. It's a full scallop coming. No, that's just a shell.
Give them the whole thing.
Yeah, give them the whole thing. We'll be back in a second. Got to concentrate what I'm doing now because I'm heading into the sun. And these are 2 marker buoys, green and red, port and starboard. Matt, he's getting swamped now. You're getting swamped by birds.
You might want to give that camera a wipe when you do it.
Yeah, it's a bit wet.
When you dropped in, splash the whole camera.
Oh, I don't matter, mate. This thing gets wiped all the time with salt water. That's why it's all rusty inside here, look. And on the top here it's all rusty.
Mine's on it.
So that wasn't the best of days, was it? But certainly paid for the diesel we used. Just about at modern prices. What are we paying? 80 pence a litre now, I think. That's a few scallops to pay for the fuel.
And there's 50.
Is that 57?
70, 80p a scallop.
Yeah. Is that how much they are? 70, 80p a scallop now?
Yeah.
That's not too bad then.
£9 a dozen.
£9 a dozen. Oh well. That'll keep Keeney sort of happy.